Brian in New Jersey because he is the co-owner of this team with me, and I have to keep him in his place and make sure he does what I say. Brian, good morning.
Yeah, but you going to let me take some Yankees?
No, remember that's the rule. We can't draft any Yankees. No, we did last year. Didn't we have Severino?
Well, I had Severino everywhere. That was my pick of the year. I really thank God for Severino because my top picks did terrible last year, and I hit it with the late round value.
Yeah, it's amazing how that goes sometimes, right? You know, some of your early guys get hurt or underperform, and then a lot of the late round value hits. Usually when you hit the middle to late round value, you have a pretty good team, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that.
Yeah, and as long as we get no suspensions, we'll be okay this year as well. So, with the 7th pick, you and I were discussing that, and we discussed Jose Berrios, one more year in maturity, and I wanted to talk to you about his home road splits because you and I actually spoke about that, and then I looked into something that was actually pretty interesting. The average pitcher in his first 2 years, his road splits are always higher. The third year, there's a drastic improvement. You could see a major increase in Jose Berrios' numbers this year. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think you could take the next step. At home last year, he had a 2.41 ERA. It was 5.17 on the road. So there's the stark difference. But, you know, we saw him come up, and he was a disaster. He looked lost and in 2016. And that's why he was such a value last year. He went really late. He won 14 games, pitching in 145 and 2/3 innings. ERA slightly under 4, but did not give up a lot of home runs. And you can't say that about many pitchers last year. Only 15 homers in 145 and 2/3. And even the whip was solid. So strikeout to walkout ratio was pretty good. Whip was solid. And he does not give up a lot of hard contact. So it would not be surprising to see him take another step up because he did show major improvement last year.
So with a little bit of improvement on those road stats, you could see a Cy Young contender, actually. Because he was 14-8 with a 3.89 ERA last year, and his whip was 1.22. You can get that into the low threes and a 1.18, 1.17 whip. Those K rates are going to go up. The wins are going to go up. He's going to contend, and there's a lot of hype around that Minnesota team this year.
Also, there's a few bad teams in the division, too. Hopefully he could take advantage of. Well, let's see what the Royals do, but Royals lost a lot. We'll see if they're able to get a couple of those guys back on the cheap, but either way, their pitching's not going to be great. You know, White Sox have some promise, but they're rebuilding. So, obviously, Cleveland is the force there, but it's not a great division.
And Minnesota's bullpen is a little improved this year. I mean, we all don't jump for Rodney, but you're going to have a little more clarity at the back end of that pen that should allow him to go 6 and step out of the game where the manager doesn't have to worry about who he's turning the ball over to.
That is true. So let's hope it works out because he's a third starting pitcher, though. Not bad behind Carrasco and Bumgarner.
Yeah, as we see this year, pitching, everybody's premium on pitching. You're seeing pitchers that are normally 7th, 8th, 9th round going 3rd, 4th round. It's a little bit crazy. But I say where everybody wants to zig, we'll continue to zig. And let's see how it pans out again.
Yes, we will. Well, thanks for the call, Brian, as we'll continue to make our picks in this draft and did go a little light on the pitching afterwards.